Greetings and welcome to the very first video here in the course. This video assumes you really almost like never picked up a guitar before in your life. And I'm just going to talk basically about the parts of the guitar so that you understand what I'm talking about in subsequent videos. And like every video in this course, if you already know this stuff, hey, you can skip ahead to the next video. But starting off, I'm starting with an acoustic steel string guitar. This is called an acoustic because it doesn't have pickups on it. Well, actually, I'm lying. This guitar, I do have a pickup installed, but let's pretend I don't. This is an acoustic guitar with no electronics, steel string acoustic because the strings are made of steel. And I just want to talk about the basic parts of the guitar at first. This is the body of the guitar. This is called the top. These are the sides. And this is the back. Pretty hard so far, right? This is the neck of the guitar. This would be the headstock of the guitar. Now, down here on the top of the guitar, you see this black piece of wood here. This is called your bridge. The little white section of wood right here, it's not wood, but on mine it's bone. This is the saddle of the guitar that the strings go over. On this particular guitar, we use bridge pins or string pins to hold the strings in place. I'll talk about these more on a subsequent video where we discuss how to change strings on a guitar. Strings go down this way, down the fretboard. Again, this is the neck of the guitar. This the black part here is called your fingerboard or the fretboard of the guitar. These metal pieces, the really thick wires that are run this way, these are the frets of your guitar. And so when you're talking about frets, you'd say this is the first fret, this is the second fret, this is the third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret, sixth fret, seventh fret, etc., all the way up. This piece right here, this white piece, is called the nut of your guitar. Here we have the tuning post or tuning pegs that the strings wrap around and go into, and the tuning keys. This is called the sound hole of the guitar. And then we have strap buttons here, and I have one installed here to put a strap on. I'll show you how to do that later. Some guitars may only have a strap pin at this end, and the strap may actually tie with almost like a shoelace around here around the headstock. But so this, an acoustic steel string, very popular in all types of music. All right, here's my trusty classical, and it's very similar to the acoustic that I just had. The body shape is a little bit different, a little bit smaller. The woods used are typically different. This has a cedar top on it, but you know, same bridge, saddle, nut. This has a slotted headstock. The tuning pegs configured a little differently, but same principle holds true here. The main difference on this one is the strings are nylon. Different sound. Typically these guitars are played finger style, but if you're Willie Nelson, you can use a pick. You know, there's no rules in music. The end always justifies the means. But so this is a classical. While I have this guitar in my lap, I want to talk to you real quick about right-handed versus left-handed. All these guitars I'm playing are right-handed guitars. That's because I'm right-handed. Now, left-handed guitars would basically look like this. The strings would be reversed, where your bass strings would be on top. And typically a left-handed player might buy a left-handed guitar. But let me advise you about something. If you're just getting started and you're left-handed, I would recommend learning to play on a right-handed guitar. And the reason behind that is you're going to find a lot more right-handed guitars in guitar shops than you're going to find left-handed models. And there's been some great guitarists who are left-handed who play right-handed guitars, and vice versa. It's, again, but you're just going to find a lot more right-handed guitars out there in the guitar shops than you're going to find lefties. But so that's your classical guitar. Now next, let me move to, this is an acoustic archtop guitar. It's called an archtop because the top is arched. It has F holes in it. It has a tailpiece here to hold strings in place. This type of guitar typically would be used for maybe you're playing the theme to the old Andy Griffith show. A lot of old swing music use these types of guitars. But again, there's no amplification on it, totally acoustic. Now, I'm going to move to an electric archtop. This one, you can see has a pickup. This is a volume knob and a tone knob. I'll talk in a minute about how to plug these into an amp. But again, the reason for the different types of guitars totally is different sounds. But nothing really different on this besides the microphone here, the pickup, which is really just a microphone, and the controls. And you'd plug your patch cord in here to go to your amplifier. Now here's another electric archtop. The only thing different really about this one has two pickups or two microphones, a couple different volume and tone controls. This is a pickup selector. When it's on the top, just that pickup's working. When it's in the middle position, both these pickups are working. When it's down, just that pickup's working. It gives you a whole different tone. This one also has what's called a whammy bar, which gives you that effect. Kind of cool. A Bigsby tailpiece with the whammy bar on there. Kind of a nice feature. And then the last one I'm going to look at is, here's another electric guitar. This one's called a solid body because this body is a solid plank of wood. Volume and tone knobs, pickup selectors. Here, obviously not loud when it's not plugged in. But let me show you just how easy it is to plug these things in. So you go to the store, you get a handy dandy patch cable. These are also called 1/4 inch cables. Now you want to be sure you're not buying a speaker cable. There are speaker cables that will fit into your guitar, but you want a guitar patch cable. You just plug it into your jack there. You plug the other end into your amplifier. Turn your amplifier on and you get different sounds. Anyway, so that's, let me see what else I got to cover here. I think that's it on the guitars. Now, I want to show you a couple other things. This is a capo. Now what a capo does, let's say I'm playing this song, but I want to change the key, make it a little bit higher. I can take this capo, put it on here. That kind of shortens my neck, and now it's a little higher. I can just keep going up. You can go way up here. And get different sounds off your instrument. So there's your capo. This is a clip-on tuner that you clip on the headstock. It helps you tune the guitar up. I got another video just on tuning, but you might see these around. Let's talk about picks for a second. Now, picks come in a lot of different shapes, sizes, and thicknesses. So this one's made of stone, different types of plastic, different textures on them. Some are rough, some are smooth. And basically, I'd recommend, they're not terribly expensive. You can find some that are kind of pricey, like $10, $15, $25. But I'd just go to the guitar shop, buy a few different shapes, sizes, and thicknesses. Some are very thin, some are thick, and see which one tends to work the best for your sound. Now, I also want to talk about finger picks and thumb picks. Now, finger picks, you usually don't use these a lot. You don't see guitar players using these very often. These are more used with banjo or dobro or steel guitar playing, but some guys will use them. The thumb pick here is very handy for you're doing like a Chet Atkins style